Hey, kia ora. Helen Brums here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1299, COVID day 5. Nothing like puppy snuggles and laughter to make you feel good. That's our topic today. But how are you doing? How am I doing? Still energy levels. Temperature was up a little bit today. It went from 97.7 yesterday to 98.4 today. Throat, woke up, throat was fine. Still got a little bit left in this. I woke up, the sinuses were clear. As the day's gotten on, the sinuses have started blocking up again. Lots of coughing going on, clearing out a lot of gunk out of the lungs. Voice a little raw. But I got a lovely surprise from my puppy today. She actually came and snuggled up with me on the bed, which she doesn't usually do. Her idea of a snuggle is to go, now we have a queen size bed. I sleep on this side. She sleeps on this side. Her bed is made up in the pillow where the second person would put their head. And that's usually where she goes. And the closest she'll get to me is so that her head rests on my pillow. That's her idea of snuggling up. But today I was just sort of like laying differently than what I normally lay. I was laying on this angle across the bed, and she comes up and snuggled up against my legs. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't remember the last time she did that. And, you know, she just kept coming, and she just kept crawling out of the bed until I could reach her and give her scratches and snuggles and things like that. And then when I was out here during the day, I was I'll let you know what I was watching in a minute. It was fun. Doesn't matter, I've seen it a million times. She'd come up by the chair there and just sit there just so I could just scratch her head, or I'd lean forward and she'll come and sit between my legs and just lean against me and just get scratches after scratches. And she hasn't been that attentive for a while. So for her to come up and do that, that was awesome. I did not attempt picking her up because just sitting in the chair and bending over to scratch her, that was sending off all the balance thingamybobs inside the head and making it a little dizzy. So I did not attempt to pick her up. But it confirms more that I do want to get that love seat over here where each side reclines independently, but there's no console in between them. I definitely want to get that set up here where the couch is, so that when she wants to snuggle, she can get up on the couch and snuggle next to me. Because it's a little hard to do it when you're on the recliner. And I keep looking at the recliner and going, I so want to put a printer stand there and put the printer on top and be done with that. So lots of puppy loves today. We went out for our walk this morning, came back, and let's see, got up, had breakfast. Went out for a walk. It was like 9:30 by the time we went for a walk this morning. I mean, I slept late today because I've been having trouble sleeping in the evenings. And so today I was sort of like, let's try not napping today and see what happens. Yeah, that lasted till we got back from the walk. And then we basically spent the morning back in bed again. But that's okay. There was times where I was laying there awake. I would read. I'd be on my phone watching TikTok videos, roaring with laughter. I did a lot of that yesterday, a lot of TikTok videos and reels yesterday. And my friend Kathy got a whole bunch of them because her and I have a very similar type sense of humor. So she got a few of them yesterday, and some of them were quite funny. But it was good because one of the issues that I have is that when I start laughing, and Brad wanted me to laugh, but he was always cautious about it because I can get into a point, if something strikes me really funny, I just start roaring with laughter and I almost forget to breathe, or I overbreathe. And then I end up in this humongous coughing fit. And I have been known to I have not yet, touch wood, that I've not thrown up. I've gone to the point of wanting to throw up because the laughing just gets so much. And then start to have this big coughing, huge coughing fit. And I'm trying to get air in as I'm trying to cough out. And I get to the point where I almost throw up. So Brad was always conscious of that, but he loved to make me laugh. And so watching some of these TikTok videos and reels and things, I was putting myself into dangerous situations where I was laughing so hard I was having coughing fits. The good part is that it helped clear the lungs. So, and somebody said to me that I should be watching my O2 levels, and I'm like, it's not a problem. I've got my thermometer here. oh, where's my pulse thingy? I have the little thingy that goes on the little clippy thingy that goes on your finger, and it checks your pulse and your O2 levels. And my O2 levels have been fine throughout this whole thing. Plus, I also do a lot of deep breathing exercises anyway. I've always had good lungs on me, and except for when I'm coughing. And when I have a cold, I've really got to watch it, because it gets, it can get pretty nasty at that point when I start the coughing fits on those ones. Hence the reason the throat's a little raw today. Yeah, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with my oxygen intake levels. As you can see, I'm still wearing a hat because my bird's nest has not made it into the shower yet, but I definitely need to get into the shower tomorrow morning and get it washed. I have to drop Zeffie off at the dog sitters tomorrow. And then I can come back and slowly, methodically start the sterilization of sparkles. There's, all the bed linens are going to have to be washed, and so I need to wash all my bed linens. I need to wash whatever's left here of Zeffie's bedding. I'm going to start in the bedroom and just work my way forward. I've got more space up here to dump stuff, but the cool part is that when I'm dumping stuff, I can actually use the dashboard where Zeffie's bed is, because she's not going to be here to use it. So I can use it for a sorting area, like, that could be where all the donations go, or that's stuff to go to storage or whatever. But yeah, we're having a big sort through. Tonight's walk was good. We just got back from it. I'm purposely not going and laying down. I'm making myself stay up. I'm a little on the lightheaded side, but I'm upright. And being upright is good. We actually walked a block further than we usually do, than we have been, so that was good. And I did have to stop a couple of times just to catch my breath and hang on to something so I could get myself stabilized again before we carried on walking. But I wanted to push it and walk just one street extra, just down one more street, across, and then back up and onto our street. So we did that. It's actually quite cool, because I noticed that one of the homes here that had been for sale had people sitting outside, and I suddenly thought, oh, I wonder if the happy house is now occupied. And the happy house is this cute little park model. It's yellow. It's got this beautiful little front porch on it, and everything else is nice, good carport area. I was actually thinking of maybe putting an offer in on it, but something kept holding me back. But I called it the happy house, and it was a very sad happy house, because it was such a bright, cheerful color. And somebody had been keeping up the flower pots on the steps and things, but it was starting to look tired because nobody was living in it. And we went past tonight, and so I thought, okay, we're going to walk one more street so we can walk past Happy House and see how Happy House is doing, because the for sale signs got removed a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, well, I wonder if anybody's moved in yet. And we go past, and all the lights are on. The house looks cheerful. The house looks happy. And I'm like, yay! If you don't think houses have feelings, they do. And it just put off this happy vibe that there's now somebody living in the happy house. And so I wish them long, happy, many years of happiness in their little happy house. So it was just such a cheerful house that looks sad. And now it's got people living in it, and it looks happy again. So some of the somebody had swept out their carport, the front porch had been swept off, all the steps had been swept, and that sort of stuff as well. So it looked lived in, and it looked happy. So I was happy that the happy house was happy. Excuse me. But yeah, we've just had a nice quiet day again today. And last night I was like, oh, I want to watch a movie, and I got some movies to watch. Like I got all my classic movies lined up ready to watch when I want to do a classic fest. And I was like thinking, oh, maybe I'll do, going through, and there's like Rear Window, Dial M for Murder, How to Marry a Millionaire, Some Like It Hot. What else was in there? North by Northwest, To Catch a Thief, An Affair to Remember, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Yeah, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? All those classics. And I was going through them, I'm like, nope. And then the Reacher miniseries that Amazon original popped up. And I've seen it a few times. It's 8 parts. They're about almost an hour long each episode, around the hour mark. slightly less, between the 50 an hour mark. And I thought, I haven't seen that for a few months. I think it's been like 3. And so I just put that on, watched the first 2 episodes last night and watched the 6 episodes today. And that sort of helped keep me up as well and not wanting to take a nap. And so I took a nap this morning. We watched just under 6 hours of Reacher today. Can't wait for the new one to come out sometime this year. It's supposed to be coming out. And then it was time to take Zeph for a walk. So that's what we've been doing today. And also texting with people and messaging with people. And people have been checking in to see how we're doing. Had a couple of calls I got to talk to people with. And yeah. And I really should be in LA at the Sheraton Gateway chatting up with my fellow cruise people who are heading out on a cruise tomorrow, but I can't be there. So I just kept myself busy watching Reacher, and I actually didn't, usually when I watch something I've watched before, I usually like pick up my iPad and will play games on it while I'm watching the miniseries. I did make a shopping list. Yes, we'll get groceries ordered tomorrow, and then the instructions for the person when they come to deliver the groceries will be, please leave them on the doormat in front of the steps of the RV, and when you're done, please knock on the door. And that way I know that they've been delivered and it's safe for me to then go out and bring them in. Yeah, tomorrow, dropping Zeffie off tomorrow is going to be fun. So we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of been our day. On the computer this morning was I on the computer this morning? No, I wasn't on the computer this morning. On the computer tonight. That's the only time I've been on the computer. I was on my laptop earlier doing the grocery list. I was going to start it on here. And then that's what I was doing. I was looking for dog food on here this morning. And I thought, no, Zeffie's got what she's got and she can eat that. She's been doing fine with it. And she can eat the dog food that she has right now. And we'll mix in whatever we've got left of the new stuff. And that will do her. And yeah, because the vet wants her having stuff that's got grains in it, like rice and barley and millet, but no corn, no soy, no wheat. And that's really difficult because you've either got to look for with grains or without grains. And the only way you can find the barley, the rice, and the millet is if you do it with grains. But then you've got to go through and read, does it have wheat in it? Does it have soy in it? Does it have corn in it? And so I was looking through that and I was sort of like, yep, we've got plenty of food for her right now. We'll just get the other stuff. When she gets back, we'll have other stuff for her. And so that's when I turned the computer off this morning. And because I just was looking at dog food all day. I was like, I'm done. And PetSmart's website was not being friendly today. I think it was having a Sunday. A Sunday in as it didn't want to follow the rules day. It wasn't going to play nice. So I was like, I'm done with this. And so, yeah, that's it for today. It's another day of very little energy, otherwise feeling fantastic, except for the coughing. But the coughing hasn't really, I haven't been sitting there and started just having a coughing fit. It's only been when I've started laughing that the coughing will come. So it hasn't been spontaneous. It's had to have laughter attached to it. So if you want to make me cough and get that gunk out of my chest, make me laugh. Make me laugh. But anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to go and maybe watch a movie. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. I think it just might be protein shakes tonight. But I purposely have not had a nap this afternoon in efforts to try and get some sleep tonight, even though I have been taking my Serenity and my Tri-Ease, all the stuff that I normally take at nighttime to help me sleep. It has not been working too well. Plus, at night, it just feels really hot. Even though it gets down to 57 in the RV. 57 degrees in the RV, and what's Helen doing? Peeling blankets off. That does not have a temperature. Night sweats. Yes. Night sweats with a normal temperature. Yes. So great. Don't you just, and I usually get those with colds, so it's interesting just how much like colds this has been. I keep wondering if my tests were although 2 lines in less than 5 minutes on a 15-minute test. Anyway, I'm out of here. Go have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys all tomorrow evening around 6 p.m. Pacific. He konera.